So probably the last thing you need to know about the Google site is just how to edit it, how to add your information to the site. So when you create your site, you are an owner. And so here in the edit page, if you click on that pencil, that puts me in editing mode as an owner. And then I can simply, on this page, for instance, project overview, there's just some text. And so I can put in this information, type it, or copy and paste it from my template. And then a short summary. And here on this particular page, we have just some information about who's creating this site, and this is called a list. And so to add information down here in this list, I'm going to click this button that says Add Item. And this is where I would type my name, whoever the editor or whoever is contributing to this project, my grade level. I'm going to do this in Language Arts. And then I'm going to put my email address so people can get a hold of me if they have questions about this project. And click Save. And now if I were working on this project with another teacher, I could add item and then add another teacher's name to this list as well. So that's kind of how to do this, the simple editing when you have text in a list. And be sure this, unlike other things in Google, you do have to save your changes on the site. So be sure to click that button over here in the upper right hand corner that says Save, and now those changes are saved. Another change you'll probably want to make is here when you picked a name. Who knows what name you chose? I chose my last name. I want this actually to be the name of my project, my project title. So to make that change, I'm going to go to this little gear here and choose Manage Site, and then I'm going to type the name of my project here, so Career Explorations, and click Save. And then I'm going to click on this icon here to take me back to the top, and you'll see that name changes to the name of my project. Something else I can do when I am editing is I can insert media like pictures and video. So I'm going to click on my edit page pencil again, and I'm going to go to a page like this entry event hook, a place where I might want to use a video when I'm hooking students on my project. And here, instead of typing in text, what I'm going to do is in here, instead of inserting text, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Insert menu, and I'm going to choose YouTube. And then I found my video over here, so I'm going to go find that URL to that video and copy it, and go back here and paste it, and then click Save. And now my YouTube video comes right into the window. And again, when I click Save, that video then is part of that page. So one last little detail about adding, well actually second to last, types of items. So in the activities section, when I add an item, the name is just the name. I type it in. So this is, the students are going to do an interest inventory as part of this project. This is something they're going to do individually. And then this is just an online inventory to direct students to career options. The web address I'm going to find, so this is just the website. I'm going to copy and paste this URL into the web address section. And then this is the text that's displayed and linked here. And then this is something I'm not going to assess, but if it was something I was going to assess as part of this project, I'd check this box. So I'm going to click Save. And now you can see what happens here is, instead of having that big long URL, it's just a hot hyperlink to career exploration because of the way I entered that. And the last thing I want to show you is I'm going to click on the Student Products section. And again here, when you're editing on this page, there's a place where you can insert text, but then there's also a place where we can add files. So if I click on that add files, if I did have a student sample or something like that that I wanted to include, I would upload that sample here, and then that PDF appears on the page. So in this section, I'm just going to describe the student product, but down below I can actually give an example of that. And you have to be an owner to add files, so not just anyone who can view the site could add files here, but as a teacher, if you have some samples that you'd like to share of products that students created, you could do that way by adding a file. So just to review, the requirements for the credit are the project overview, where you complete this text area and then who is working on the project. The section that is the big idea and driving question, again, you just edit on this page and insert that information. The entry event or hook, and this could include a document or a video or an article, or simply could be a description of what you're going to do as an entry event or hook. Standards assessed, you're going to insert your content standards, both the code and the written standard, and then the 21st century standards, which when you click here, you'll get to those rubrics. And again, here we're looking for something like collaboration-leadership. So not just the C, but its performance area as well that you're including in your assessment. And remember, these are things you're assessing, not just things that you touch on. So things you're giving students feedback about in this project. So standards required. And then assessments, we're not requiring any assessments here, but if you do have some, you could post them. And activities, we're requiring 2 activities. So one that would be an individual activity and one team or whole class activity. So something they're going to collaborate on in this list. So 2 things here. And then in terms of student products, just a description of the student product would suffice for the credit or credit for this course. But if you do have some samples that you'd like to share, you could put them here as well. So that's it for the credit requirements.